Hi, I'm Ted Padova. In this video, I want to talk about color grading in Photoshop Elements. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at how we do it. Color grading is commonly used in cinematography. Right now, you can see I have a web page open showing individual photos from the movie Catch Me If You Can. And this film just has some really marvelous color grading. I particularly like this photo right here. So what I want to do is copy the color grading from this photo and apply it to another photo. This is not really a copyright infringement because all I'm going to do is extract some colors here. So the first thing I'll do is right click on this image and I want to copy that photo. I'll come over here to Photoshop Elements, and what I'm going to do is choose File, New, and I want to choose Image from Clipboard. And there's the photo that I have that I copied from the website. With this photo, I want to extract colors, and I'm going to take a maximum of 3 colors from this image for highlights, shadows, and midtones. And the way to do that is to just save this file as a GIF file with a limit of 3 color maximum. To do that, I'm going to go to the File menu, and I'm going to choose Save for Web. And in the Save for Web dialog box, what you see is in the top right, I have the maximum colors over here is 3, and that's exactly what I want. I already saved one file with 3 colors, so it defaulted to 3. And that's all I have to do. I'll click on Save, just so I can avoid trying to search around my hard disk for this. I'll just save it on my desktop, and I'll call this Color Table Catch Me, and click Save. Then I'll close this file. No, I don't want to save it. And then I'll go ahead and open the file I just saved. So I'm going to go to File, Open, and I want to go to my desktop, and we've got Color Table Catch Me right here. Now click Open. You can see that this is going to come in very posterized, as you can see here, okay, because it's limited to just 3 colors now. Now what I want to do is take a look at the color table in this photo. So I'm going to go to Image and Mode, and I'm going to choose Color Table. And you can see that I have 3 colors plus black in my color table. What I want to do is save this, and I'm going to save just these colors from my color table. So I'll click Save, and again I'll go to Desktop. Let's call this Color Table Catch. What I want to do is save this, and it's going to save it in an ACT format, Adobe Color Table. Okay, so I'm going to close this, and I'll close my photo here. And what I want to do now is open up the file that I'm going to apply my color grading to. So I'm going to go over to the organizer, see if I can find a file that I like, and I do. I see one right here. This is a file that was taken from the website Pexels.com, P-E-X-E-L-S. They have marvelous stock photos that you can use for free. I'm going to right click and choose Edit with Photoshop Elements Editor. Okay? So here we have the photo that I want to use for my color grading. Now what I need to do is to take a look at my color table and import the colors that I just extracted from the other image. So if I go down to the More icon down here, I click and choose Color Swatches. These are the color swatches that I have currently loaded as my default swatches in Adobe Photoshop Elements. I'm going to go to the top right corner, open up this palette menu, and choose Load Swatches. And once again, I'll go to my desktop, and I'm looking for a file that is going to be an ACT file. Now on Windows, it doesn't default to ACT, it defaults to ACO. So I have to come and change this from a drop-down list here. I'm going to choose Color Table, which is ACT. And you'll notice that ACT files now are open, and the file I saved was catch table. And on the Macintosh, you don't have to worry. It just defaults, and it will show you the files right away, the ACT file. So I'll highlight that, click on load. Took a minute, and you can see now my colors are loaded here. So I have the first three are my colors, and then this is the black color swatch. So these three colors are the ones I'm going to use for my color grading. Now the way I go about color grading is to create a gradient map. So I'll go now with my document open. I'm going to go up to my adjustment layers, and I'm going to open this and choose gradient map. And don't worry about what gradient is the default. You may have black and white, you may have another. It doesn't matter because we're going to change the color value. So go into the gradient and click to open up the gradient editor. And then what I'm going to do is go to the far left here, and I'm going to double click this pin, and I'm going to sample my dark color right here. Don't worry about what the image looks like. We're going to change that when we set the blending mode. And the one thing to take a look at is the brightness. The brightness that I have for this color is 16%. So remember that. I'm going to use that value. Click OK, and then in the location bar down here, this is where you put in 16. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my next color, which is my highlight color, and it's going to be the lightest color over here. I'm going to double click, sample this, and you can see that this brightness value is 80%. Okay, so I'm going to type in 80% in the location bar. Okay, we get over here 80, and now I just want to put a stop in the middle here. I'm just going to click below this gradient bar and click. I'll add a stop. Once again, I'm going to double click, and then I'm going to go for the midtone, which is this value here. I'm going to sample this color, and you can see that the brightness value is 48%. That's what I want to put in my location bar once again. So I'll click OK, and I'll type in 48 and click OK. Now at this point, you can use a couple of different blending modes, and we can change the opacity because this is just a little bit too much right now. Close this gradient map here. Okay, and I'll close my color table. And let's take a look at the layers panel. What I'm going to do is two blending modes work very well here: soft light and color. So the first thing I'm going to do is choose soft light and see how that looks. And then I want to check color and see how color looks. I kind of like color better. So this is just fine as it is. I can change the opacity so I can make this a little bit more subtle. It depends on you. At this point, it all depends on your vision for the kind of photo that you want. Yeah, there's no right or wrong here. So it's just a matter of what you like. And I like this around 80%. Just about there. Now I'm going to duplicate this file so we can do a before and after view here. I like to do this rather than hide and show and hide my layers. And you can see here's the before on top and after down below. To see this is marvelous color grading on this photo, and adds a lot of character to the image. The eyes really pop. And you'll find that color grading is really a fantastic tool to use on your photos, and you can find many uses for it.